Welcome to CATtheMinion YouTube channel. My name is Teresa, but you can call me Cat. I'm doing Pisces Tarot for April. And the spread that I'm using is my Lenormand 9 grid, although I'm not using the Lenormand. I'm using whatever deck I feel called to. So for this reading, I'm using the Syrian Starseed Tarot. And instead of an oracle card for the topic of the reading, I'm using my Bucket of Charms. So I had the pyramid pop out twice when I was shaking them up, so I kept it out. I'm going to get a few more charms, though, for the overview, but let me spread these out first. I did clear and shuffle them. So I'll get some more. Make sure these, oh, there's some grit on there. Make sure that these are all in the frame before I continue. I feel like that one has to go like that. Doesn't really matter which order those pieces are in, but I think it needs to be balanced. Alright. Like that. I don't know how I had that a minute ago, but I'm going to fix it. It's probably the same as I had it. It still doesn't seem right. No. Oh, okay, I see what the problem is. Still doesn't look right. Okay. I'm done futzing with that. Let's see if I can get that. My tripod is soggy, so it takes a minute to get in there. Okay. Make sure I'm focused. Not quite. Pisces. Kind of. There we go. Okay. So I've got the pyramid that fell out when I was shaking the charms up, so I'm gonna get a few more. Alright, let's see what we've got here. So the pyramid, I have the goose. I have this pigeon or dove here. Trash parrot. I have the scroll, which is kind of redundant of the pyramid. We're dealing with ancient knowledge here, apparently. Alright, so I have inverted, I had the mittens. These could be like oven mitts, but so we have mittens inverted. We have the bear inverted. And we have the microphone inverted. What in the hell does that mean? My bare hands. Something about my bare hands. This is like something that's being silenced, right? Where it's not being amplified. It's like we built this knowledge from the ground up, and it's with our bare hands over millennia, but it's not being silenced. But what is being spoken is sort of hostility and sort of gossip. Alright, so let's see what these cards are. Five of Flames, we have conflict here. Traditionally, Saturn in Leo, but I've reassigned Neptune energy, which is Pisceum. So potentially Pisces. Yeah, in Leo, because the sun is super right there. Four of Chalices, this is usually the, like, apathy card. Like, Ryan Gosling doesn't want to eat his cereal. Like, I don't like it here, I want to go home. Just sort of general malaise. Captain of the apathy squadron. So we have, oh, this is the Moon card. The Moon in Cancer. Come on, Moon. Abundance inverted. This is the Empress. I didn't say before I started this that she looks really watery. It's moist. March with number 3 in front of it was like dealing with the feminine, with the Empress energy, issues untangled related to the feminine. And then April with a 4 in front of it has a lot to do with the masculine, with the Emperor energy. And what's interesting is that Venus, which rules the Empress, and the Sun, which is another aspect of the masculine energy, are both in Aries, at least beginning in April, for like a week or a couple few weeks. And what's interesting is they have like Moon here, the feminine and the feminine. Like the feminine and the feminine side of somebody and their ego's feminine side clashing to form like an energy brownout. And then we have the masculine showing up here as the Sun, but also in conflict, essentially with his own subconscious, which is, it's, the subconscious isn't quite the same as the ego. It's like things that I've suppressed. Like I'm in conflict with my suppressed pain because man no feel, man only anger. Thanks to the patriarchy. So we have Reflection. This is the Hermit card in this deck. Virgo energy. Virgo can be the inner child. We have the Nine of Crystals, so the Nine of Pentacles, Venus in Virgo. But like the actual Empress card, ruled by Venus, this Venus in the reflection, my inner child in the mirror, both inverted. Nine of Swords. It's a nightmare. Not surprised to see this. So we have 9 and 9 here. That's 18. That's that Moon energy again. Nine of Pentacles is one of the dream cards. All right. But inverted, it's a nightmare. So again, this double nightmare. An ego of lack. Ten of Cups inverted, depression. My heart is empty. I am completely emotionally drained. So typically Mars in Pisces, I had reassigned it Plutonian energy, but for the purpose of this reading, I think we're going to stick with the Martian aspect. What did I say was Neptunian? Yeah, the 5. So this Neptune masculine, equally Neptune masculine. How much time have I got? Okay. Sandwiched between, making a reflection sandwich. Right? So it's like very much like when I think back on it, the reason I'm so angry and combative is because I'm utterly bereft. 4 of crystals. Okay, so there's a pattern here, right? 4 of chalices, 4 of crystals. This is another, 4 of pentacles is another apathy card. It's like, well, maybe not. Scratch that. But the four of crystals and the 4 of chalices are very similar. The pentacles, it's like I don't know what to hold on to and what to let go of. This is like I don't want to hold on to anything, but I'm not letting go of this idea that everything sucks. So in that way, they're quite similar. 9's all the way up the middle. Something's almost complete. It's like 9 plus any number reduces back to 9. So it's like what's this adding up to? Well, take a look in the reflection. It adds up to the same thing that it was before. So I see this, and notice that the 5 times 2 is the 10. And if you reduce the fractions down, it's still 5 basically. But this idea of masculine energy and the subconscious, and here it's more, this is usually, okay, here we go. So this is usually the sun in Capricorn, though I've reassigned it Neptunian energy. Now Capricorn isn't one way or the other, but it's a grounding energy. And I feel like this has to do with the feminine. Capricorn could be the devil. It could be like I'm bound to this subconscious thing that I'm never going to get the things that I need or want because like everything sucks and I want to go home. That's what this card is. The Sage of Chalices. Okay, so this is the Queen of Cups coming in inverted. So we have Gemini and Cancer energy here. This is a 1 or a 13. So I just have 3 and I have 13 and the difference is 10. It's like something's missing. The truth is missing. And we see from the charms that there's this sort of this is like I'm gonna fight tooth and nail with my bare hands to not have to go into what's lurking in my subconscious. That's the pain and the just sort of like numbness. And when I see a reflection, it's like I see that the masculine is starting to see that part of, it's like the feminine in pain, the feminine out of sorts, the feminine repressed, essentially the patriarchy. Or anyone's feminine side that they've been like, I don't want this. This has nothing to do with me. I'm more comfortable in masculine energy, where there isn't a balance. It's like the feminine's nightmare and depression at being like it's sort of like you're not allowed to have these resources. You can't do that. You can't have this, you can't have this money. You can't have this food. You can't have this clothing. You can't have this, you can't even have enough energy to feel emotionally stable. It's like that pattern is starting to appear in the mirror for a masculine energy, and they're starting to realize that, hey, that's not somebody else, that's actually me that's suffering. Right? It's like we're not that separate. But you see this goose here as being very similar to the Five of Wands. Not really sure what this pigeon is doing. It's like pecking away at the bread. It's like seizing onto the resources. And this sort of, especially with this triangle from the back of the card here with this abundance of the Empress, it's like if you suck all the power out of like one half of your circuit, it's gonna fry, and you won't have efficiency in the system, right? It's like we're not going to do something we're not going to follow the instructions when we hook up the electricity in this building, even though it found out that if you don't hook it up right, you're going to get electrocuted and wish you had those safety mitts. But here, it's like there's something that's not being said. Right? It's like we're not... Again, this idea of the microphone is to amplify your voice, right? We're not getting abundance. The energy is low, right? There's a low vibration. And what's happening here is that there's sort of this idea that the subconscious mind of the masculine energy is essentially suffering of the feminine energy that leads to repressed sadness in the physical world for masculine energy. And it's not to say, ooh, man bad, woman good. It's to say that there's distortions in both polarities. And in April, Pisces, which rules the subconscious, is going to be drawing this out in terms of reflection, where things are starting to be seen and understood. Alright, so that's all the time I have for that reading. So, if you'd like to get a personal reading, let me move my camera. Come on. You can see the complete list of readings I have and how much they cost in the description box. My infomercial video, not infomercial, god damn it, I did that before too. In the description box underneath this video, the complete list of readings I have and how much they cost. My camera stand is getting messed up here. And then if you want to donate, that's PayPal, Cash App, or Venmo, or you can get stuff. So I have merch and prints and actual art items. There's a coupon code there, 3 or more items, 17% off. If you want to get a reading or you have any questions or comments, you can email me, thecatcamebackatcamp@gmail.com. I've got some coloring books over here and a poetry book. A lot of the work I do is psychedelic. 10% of certain prints and art items are going to charity until I can afford to donate more. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, comment, check out my playlists tab, my discussion tab, and stay groovy, and we'll see you later. Bye.